Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning, Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. It's Friday morning here in Thailand, where I am. Thursday night or afternoon for my friends in the US, and different points and different times for people in between. We've had some interesting announcements politically from the US, with President Trump being inaugurated, and the market's been trending up overall, but it's been kind of volatile, kind of choppy. Up to 105, down to 103 or to 101, then back up again. As a day trader, I like this. I'm looking to get 1 to 1.5% moves on the charts. And I'm trading on a foreign exchange at 10x leverage. But if you're just getting started in day trading, you might want to stay on Coinbase and some of the DEXs, get 2 to 5%, let those profits pile up. Anyway, let's go to the charts. Share my screen. And got an article up actually. And this I found in TradingView, which will reproduce articles. Trump signs executive order to develop regulatory framework for U.S. digital assets. So that's very good news. He talked about this during his campaign and to make the USA a crypto leader. Right now, the US is essentially hostile to crypto in some of its um, court endeavors and regulations. But with this executive order, we should get the beginning of a reasonable regulatory approach in the USA. That should help coins considerably. If the USA becomes a real leader in crypto, that would be pretty good as well. So read this article if you so choose. It's in TradingView under the Bitcoin chart, and it's the first article here from 2 hours ago. All right, well, I'm on the wrong chart for Bitcoin. Yeah, I'll just kind of wing it. So this is the day chart, though I've got my day trading layout, and yeah, Bitcoin's had a nice move up into the lower 100s. 100K seems to be holding a support, so that's good news. And let's look at Ethereum. Okay, this is a chart we're more used to seeing. Ethereum's not doing nearly as well as Bitcoin. It's hanging around this lower range between about 3150 and 3500. It's hoping to establish 3500 as support. Not quite happening. It's more like 3000 support. And then it's been a while since we've got up here to the all-time high area, 4300, 4500. When Ethereum does well, usually the altcoins do. And right now my list is nearly all red, a few greens here and there. And that's the market overall. Any questions or comments before we go to Altcoin Alert and look for some day trades? Okay, you guys are kind of quiet. All right, Altcoin Alert. Easy mode is off. I'm on the altcoin radar. I'm gonna refresh, get the most current information, and do my first sort by AA score. I was looking at some of these coins that I don't usually look at, like PHA and WIF, and I did come across DGen that's actually on Coinbase. So I thought we could look at that, even though some of these, it doesn't really have an entry, but does have an 81 AA score, and I like values 80 and higher. So here's the DGen chart on Coinbase. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart using supply and demand visible range from Algo. It's a free indicator for support and resistance. Red is the resistance, green support. RTI I've been using for over a year now. Relative trend index, I use this for alerts. Then Delta I will use for confirmation on trend-based trades, but I don't use it that much. So what I'd like to do is see a break above the 20, see a dip below the 20, and then a break above. Here's an example where that happened here, and it didn't go straight up. It actually went down at first. It did come back up, down again, come back up to nearly 1%. It's not a great move, but if you do multiple purchases and shoot for 1 to 1.5%, like I usually do, that eventually would have gotten you out with a decent profit. If you're trading on Coinbase, it's a spot trade. You'll probably want higher profits than that, maybe 2 to 5%, and you'd probably still be in that trade. But a decent take profit would be this prior resistance area of 7905 to 7997. I think those would be reasonable exit points for this trade. And it's breaking above the 20 now on the RTI. It just nudged above it. So if you want to catch that alert, right click on the RTI, add an alert, crossing up on the 20. Once per bar close, we'll leave the alert on all day, which is what I usually do. And add a custom name. Huh. Call this. I usually use my information sources for the names of my alerts. This will be AA score. And TradingView will remember your entries after you do them a few times. Notifications, notify an app on the phone. If your smartphone has the TradingView app, show toast notification. That'll be a little pop up on the computer screen, then play a sound also on the computer screen, and choose one you like. There's a bunch to choose from. Click create, and you're good to go for an alert on DGen. Any questions on the day trade on DGen? Okay, let's look at this as a swing. So I'm gonna go over to my swing trading layout, which is a little different. I'm using the same indicator for support and resistance. It's supply and demand visible range, but I'm using a super trend indicator for entries and the Trendilo LSMA, which is a moving average for confirmation. At the moment, we're into a sell on the 1 hour chart, trending down pretty hard, but in the green zone. So this seems to be support. It was support before, and now we're getting some green candles in here. So if you're more of a swing trader, this might be a pretty good entry. If you got in right now, there's resistance in this middle zone here at 27%, in the bottom of the red zone at 41%, and the top of the red zone at 54%. So these are all potential retrace, take profit zones. I'd want to see a little bit better evidence of a recovery on this. So I'd set an alert on the super trend, right click on it, add an alert. And if you want to trade both directions, you can leave the super trend direction change up, but I'm going for a buy on this only once. Again, AA score and notifications. Probably use a different sound to let me know it's a swing trade instead of a day trade. And bell. Thin, one of these I don't use that much. So that's how that works. Please mute yourself unless you're asking a question or. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop my share. Mute everyone. Okay, let's get back. So yeah, I'd wait for the buy signal on DGen. It is trending down pretty hard, so not sure if I trust it to get in right now. All right, any questions on DGen as a swing? Okay, well, that was our AA score sort. And another one I like is social activity. I'll click on this. Then I'll match it up with trading activity. If I see fire and fire, something I want to look at some more. And in this situation, I'm going to look for something I'm used to trading that I know I can trade on an exchange with leverage. ETC, haven't traded this one in a while. It's an older project. It's up nearly 5% today. That's pretty good. Raven coin, well, it's normal on trading activity. Spell, Jupiter, XYO. Not really seeing any of my favorites in here. Chili's, not quite. Link, not quite. Radium, Matic, Polygon. Huh, let's look at that. Where's this one, Poly now? They changed its ticker symbol too. Oh, there we go. It is on Coinbase. We'll look at that. And this is something I've been trading since I started trading 4 or 5 years ago. Can be volatile, which we like. And this one did have moves once it broke above the 20. So, like when we get this break here, eventually it does catch a move. So it goes down at first, maybe you make an additional purchase, then you catch this move up, 2%, not bad. So that would have gotten me out, but those of you looking for bigger figures, like going up to this red zone, you'd still be in the trade. That's okay. And let's say you're a more experienced trader and you want to trade both directions. So here's the alert you set for that. These are the ones I usually do. Right click on the RTI, entering channel, 80 on the top, 20 on the bottom, once per bar close, social activity sort, notifications. Yeah, I'll go with that one. And I should get a rectangle on here. Yeah. See this dotted rectangle. So once it breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, I'll get an alert and I'll consider that for a short. Once I get a dip down below the 20 and breaks back up, that'll be a potential long. I want to have the dip and I want evidence of a recovery before I consider the trade. Okay, any questions on Matic as a day trade? All right, we'll look at this as a swing as well. All right, this is a good entry. We just got the buy signal printed a couple hours ago. The Trendilo LSMA just turned green, and we're coming out of the green zone. The only thing I don't like is the last two candles are red. So this is a little risky. I'd hold some funds back for an additional purchase. But if you get it now, you got resistance here at about 6%. Again up here at around 11, 12%. And the red zone is 16.5%. So those will all be potential take profits on this trade. All right, any questions on Matic? Okay, let's go do another sort on Altcoin Alert. Do a quick 1 hour projected range. This is really for a day trader, but I will use this for swing as well. I'm looking for is a high value on the upper and a low value on the lower, or even a positive value on the lower, which is kind of rare. But like on high, we have upper 5.4%, lower just a small negative 0.73. So the odds are pretty good. This is going up according to Altcoin Alert and this sort. This one here I like the best. Fun token up 4%, down. It's not even down. Lower is 0.06%. Not bad. ENS I've been trading a lot. Chromia as well. These two have been pretty good. I'm not seeing any of the coins I want for the values I want, so I'm going to skip that one. Let's head over to short-term sentiment. Match that up with Elder Impulse hourly. So you can get a description of what these are if you hover your cursor over the question mark. Um, this is comparing values of an hour to 24 hours on both the sentiment side and then the technical side as well. So when you get a match on those two, that's usually worth further investigation. We have it here on ENS. It's also up a little bit today when others are down. And Mogcoin, XMR, Nano, Cardano. Haven't traded that one in a while. Let's look at Cardano. It might be on my list. It is. I'm sorry, it's taking a little while to load. And it's kind of been putzing around this middle line here on the RTI, but it's on the lower, towards the lower value now. You got in, took it to the top of the red zone, 3.5%. That's a good day trade. It's been up there a couple times, so that seems to be short-term resistance at the moment. But I don't see a little deeper dip, something like this, where it broke below the 20, then came back up. That entry would have been here, and you catch that move, almost 4% to the top. That's really more the trade I'm looking for. So I'm going to set this alert to trade both directions. So I'm going to go with the entering channel approach, but if you're trading spot, you want to be crossing up on the 20 or the 50 once per bar close. And this was, which way, what sort did I do? Let's go back to that. That was the short term. Short term sentiment. Notifications, I'll leave that as is. And create. Good. Frank's asking, what is the magenta line? Oh, that's something probably from an old strategy I was using. I remember what these were. These were old supports and resistances on longer charts, longer term charts. And it was probably from this date back in 2021. That's how old of a project ADA is. But yeah, I don't really use these anymore, especially for day trading. But some traders do. They'll go into longer time frames, put in support and resistance, and that's not a bad approach. So, okay, so let's go to look at this, the swing trade. And yeah, I like this entry. The buy signal triggered a little while ago. We're in the green zone on the support. Green candles just printed and plenty of room for a retrace. Got in now. You could retrace here about 5% to 102. I see resistance here, 108, maybe 10, almost 11%. And then the easiest ones to select is the red zone, 16%. Top of the red zone, closer to 20%. So all good potential exits on that. Any questions on Cardano? Okay, we'll do one more unless you guys ask for more. I also like a long-term sentiment sort. It's a little better for swing trading, but I'll use it for day trading as well. And I'm going to match it up with Elder Impulse Daily. These are same as the prior sort, just longer terms. But I've actually had more success using the long term than I have short term. Okay, Monero, XMR matching, bullish on both. And gas. Okay, not seeing many matches here. So in this situation, I'll sort it the opposite way. Since I'm trading both directions, I don't really care. I'll match up bearish and bearish. Venus, Orchid, Compound, I traded yesterday. TRB, Pepe, Gala, CeeLo, two I like to trade. Sushi. Yeah, so there's a few here I like. Thor, BCH, Synthetics. These are all coins I can trade on leverage. So let's look at Gala. Okay, Gala on the RTI chart, the day trading 15-minute layout. And if any of you guys want these charts, I mean, you could try to recreate these from the beginning, but I can send you a link. Copy a link and send it. Email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com. I'll take care of you on that. Okay, Gala, we're at the green zone on the 15-minute chart, just bounced off the 20. So this is a pretty good entry now. And exit here, 2.5%. Here's some more resistance at about 4.5%. Here at about 5.5%. Then the red zone, about 6%. So those are all potential exits on Gala as a day trade. And I'm just gonna make a alert here, trade both directions. One nice thing about doing this Zoom call in the morning is I can just do my trading with you guys, or my chart set up with you guys. That was long-term sentiment. And now my rectangle's in place. If it dips below the 20 and then comes back up, be ready for a long. If it breaks above the 80 and goes back down, and this one's gone down a couple times from the 80, bounced right off with some decent moves down. Like here it broke and went down about 1% back up and then down this much. So that would have worked out for me. Similar situation here. So I'm liking Gala's recent performance on the day trading side. Let's look at the swing. This looks like the others we've looked at. Um, it's down here in the green zone, but we don't have a green signal yet from the super trend. The LSMA has turned. So if you're a 2 out of 3 ain't bad kind of person, you could go ahead and take this down here and maybe get a better entry. I see resistance here at about 7%. Again here at about 13%. Up here at 17%. And in the red zone, 20+%, 24, 25%, even closer to 30. So I like Gala as a swing and a day trade. Looks good to me. Any questions on Gala? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that alert on the swing side. I like that. that retrace potential in 20%. Handbell. All right, so super trend buy, trigger only once since it's a swing trade. Custom names was long term. Now I'm sort of contradicting what Altcoin Alert said about it because it has it as bearish, but I'm just looking at this as a coin that's been beaten down, could be due for a recovery. I'll start with a small amount of money in case I need to make additional purchases, the ladder buying technique to improve my position if it goes against me. Okay, any questions on Gala? Well, that's about all I have today, guys. Any coins you want to look at or questions about Altcoin Alert or day trading or swing trading in general?
Yeah, a little bit. If you don't mind, CJ.
Yeah.
What do you normally kind of position yourself as far as cash reserves so that you can make a move on it? Because I noticed that some of these markets, we're looking at Tether in one place, we were looking at USD in another, we were looking at so do you have any kind of guidelines you use for where you keep your funds so that you can, make a move?
Well, I trade a foreign exchange called Bybit for my leverage trading, my day trading. I
Uh,
keep a few $100s on that exchange. For my swing trades, I use Coinbase more often, and I've got more money on that one. I trust that one more. So um, that's I got a few small amounts on a few other exchanges, but yeah, you've got to figure out what your risk tolerance is, and then function accordingly.
okay.
Uh, but and then I really haven't gone into the amounts that you would trade. That's really different for each trader. My percentages are pretty small, usually 2 to 5% of my balance. I'll put in the initial trade. I'll
Yeah, that's
keep
what I was looking
I'll
for.
keep a lot of funds, you know, held back in case I want. Like I had a trade go against me yesterday or day before. I had to make two additional purchases and then I got out. But the nice thing about that approach is I made more money. I made more money than I would have otherwise because I had more money in the trade because I made additional purchases. But the ladder buying technique is often criticized by other traders. It can go against you. Since we're in a bull market and I was on long on that trade, I felt comfortable in doing it. But you need to be aware that there are risks to that approach.
Okay.
But I do have videos on ladder buying, and you can look those up or reach out to me and I'll send it to you. But all right, good question. Any other questions about trading in general?
Yeah, can you look at a couple of like Pepe and Trump?
Okay, well, maybe we'll keep the swing trading.
Because they're
Pepe,
both on Coinbase.
yeah. Look up Pepe. It looks
I
pretty
did well with
similar.
that one.
Good for you. It looks pretty similar to the others we've looked at. Market's been beaten down a little bit. We've got a green candle printing now. The sell signal triggered on super trend, but it's being contradicted by the Trendilo LSMA. It's in the green zone on support and resistance. So again, a 2 out of 3 ain't bad approach would work out here. And resistance here at 14%. Again here about 17%. Again here about 24%. These are all potential exits in the red zone,
Hmm.
31%, and top of the red zone, 38%. So Pepe may bounce back and regain, make that retrace. Like Bryce says, price has memory, so it may head back. I would wait for a signal from the super trend, but that's going to be a not quite a good as good position. So Yeah, figure out how you want to handle that. Okay, and then you want to look up Trump. Is that the ticker
Yeah,
Trump or
that's his.
MAGA?
Oh no, ticker Trump.
All right.
I did not do as well with that one because I got in too late.
Hmm. There's not much history for this since it's a newer coin.
It only came on right after the election.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, a few days ago.
So it's to the point where none of the indicators have enough data to produce a signal. So this would be probably strictly a support and resistance approach. It's at support now with a green candle. So if you wanted to get in now, resistance here at 13%, again here at 16 and change. And this area here around 25, and then the red zone 34. So those could be all potential retrace exits. But again, a meme coin with little to no history. This isn't something I'm going to trade, but if you guys want to trade it, knock yourself out. Um,
It's
right then.
just a game.
Yeah, indeed. Well, thanks, Tama, for those suggestions. Any others? Okay. I will wrap it up here. You guys have a good rest of your week and weekend, and I think I'll be back Monday. As far as I know, I'll be back Monday. Bye.